has a ring in mind.
It's the Upstate Pulse on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas. Brought to you by Borderlands Comics and Games.
You're on the air.
Welcome into the Upstate Pulse. My name is Lonzo. It is a beautiful Saturday. Here we go. Just set my headphones so we can hear ourselves. And looking forward to the next 2 hours because we're going to have fun. That's what we do. We know some of you are currently watching the tied game between South Carolina and Alabama, and will be joining us eventually. Hopefully South Carolina pulls that out. We'll see. On today's show, we are going to break down the final episode of Season 2 of Gen V. We've got some James Gunn news, AI Takeover, Oops, signs of the impending apocalypse, Tinfoil Time, video games, Nerd Roundtable, so much to talk about today. But before I get there, let me tell you how you can be a part of this here program. 800-905-0989 is the text line. Throw a little flaccid in there if you would. And when you do that, you can use many C's, Z's, whatever you want to do. I mean, that's fine. You can do it that way. Absolutely. We also are live on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, and on X at either 98.9 WORD or the Upstate Pulse. So check it out there for those things. I'm also trying to send Matthew a thing that would not work for me a second ago. So he may have to wait to get on to the stream because, Chris is already up on the stream. He says, "What's up, guys?" And what's up? I have a Halloween question. Okay, next week we are going to do our Halloween show. We're going to be dressing up. Cameron and I already have our ideas. Don't know if anybody else is going to be here. I don't know if Matthew's going to be here or not. I know that Odie is not going to be here. But Matthew has the easiest costume in the world that he wears every Christmas and he can wear on Halloween, and boom, there it is. He may even bust that out sometimes on his drive home. I don't know. Do you do that? I mean,
no, I kind of need to be able to see when I'm driving.
You've got two eyes?
Yeah, but one of those things is an eye patch that really kills my field of view.
Who needs depth perception?
That's right. All right, Matthew is here. Hasn't been here in like a month. I'm glad he's here.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're taking 3 classes for your last semester.
Oh, I knew you had a reason. Cameron is here also. As I mentioned, by the way, that's on the way. I've sent you the thing. Odie is not going to be here today. I don't know, some sort of gathering probably. It was good having him in studio last week. Absolutely was.
I was about to say Shillelagh Fest 2025.
It could be. You never know. You never know. It could be.
Be there or be bunked.
Or something. I just stopped myself from being noobed. I'm pretty excited about that.
Way to go, you.
Because I had left that up and that would have been bad. Wow. Listen to that. That's also not good.
Echo. Never mind.
No, I know why. I know why. We got this.
Oh, it's so well timed.
We got this. See, I'm gonna turn it up now, and the echo's gonna be going. See, I told you. We're having email problems. I can't get into my email on certain computers, but I was already in my email on another computer, so I had to get onto StreamYard on the other computer and then do the thing, and then do the thing, and then do the thing. And I did the thing, and now everything's good. And we're ready to go because of
science.
Exactly. That's right. Because of science. We are ready.
Oh yeah, that's back
go.
this week.
Yes, it is. Oh, well, you shouldn't have said that.
When Cameron was in Egypt's land, let my Cameron go.
No one's holding me. No one's holding me against my will.
I don't know. I can't see. Matthew may have a hold of you. I don't know. Chris,
The iron vice grip.
Chris says, glad Matthew is back. So are we. We are going to have some fun. You know what we're going to do right away before we get to anything else, because Matthew is here. Matthew went to see Chainsaw Man yesterday. What'd you think about it?
It was a really good movie. Great adaptation of probably my second favorite arc from the manga, in part 1 at least. And animation was absolutely phenomenal. The direction, I was a really, really big fan of how they did. It's hard to talk about because I really want people to go in completely blind if they haven't read the manga. But there's a couple specific scenes and panels that I was really excited to see animated, and they did them absolutely masterfully. And that's really what I went in hoping for, was just a great adaptation of one of my favorite stories. And that's what I got.
Speaking of the story, there are some people out there, probably a lot of people, who have no idea what Chainsaw Man is. So why don't you explain that? The trailer. That's the first thing I've seen. I've seen artwork and everything. I'm like, okay, how in the world does dude have a chainsaw for his head?
Okay, so world with devils, and devils represent different things that people fear, and if a devil that more people fear is going to be more powerful. So you think Tomato Devil is not going to be very powerful because people are not very afraid of.
Surprisingly, there's a lot more
Gun
people.
Devil, a lot of people are very terrified of guns. It's very powerful and is one of the main things, one of the main plot points.
Oh no, it's the papaya devil.
Yeah, but
I'm guessing there is a fear of tomatoes out there somewhere.
the main character, Denji, is a homeless kid who is just kind of barely making ends meet with his little dog pal, Pochita, the Chainsaw Devil. And they encounter a bad stint with the mafia, and Denji dies. And then he makes a contract with Pochita, because you can make contracts with devils. That's the thing. And Pochita wants him to have a good life. And so he gives him his heart. And now Denji can turn into Chainsaw Man. And teenage hijinks ensue.
With chainsaws?
With chainsaws. And
So
also
seems
not
to-
chainsaws, but chainsaws too.
So it sounds like an NBA movie, possibly.
It's a shonen, but it's also
Deals with the mafia is what I'm talking about.
Rags
No,
to
that's
riches
the
to
first arc. That's
chainsaws.
it. I mean, I guess one mafia guy comes back, but it's the mafia aspect isn't like a huge thing.
Does he
So-
get the mafia back after being able to use the chainsaw abilities?
Oh, they're dead.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they were all zombies.
Oh,
Yeah, they all turned into. They made a contract. This is all episode
were they
1.
zombies
Everything that
before
I've
they killed him, or
explained is-
after they killed him?
So the mafia guy made a deal with the zombie devil to try and make the mafia, or
Why
the
would he
Yakuza, I should
of
say.
all
It's
the
Japan.
things?
The Yakuza more gain some of their power back, and it doesn't work out for them. Don't make deals with devils.
A general rule in life and in D&D. And I guess in anime as well.
Yeah,
All
but it's just a story that really, it's very extreme and wild. Fujimoto is just an insane man. But
It appeared
the
to be-
story is really
it appeared
about
to be really
Genji.
bloody. Is it as bloody as it?
Oh,
is it-
very. Yeah.
Okay.
No, this is a very, very violent show.
All right. So, how many stars would you give it out of 5?
I'm gonna give it a 4.8.
Okay, there you go. So if you are looking for something to watch this weekend and you're into anime, make sure you check out Chainsaw Man. What's the deal with the bomb lady? Or you just don't want to give away the thing?
It's just the main antagonist.
Okay, all right. So next week is Halloween. I have a question for everyone, and you can answer this on the text line or on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or X. And we're going to talk about this in studio. You have to stay overnight in one of these places. Which one are you going to stay overnight at? Elm Street, Crystal Lake, or Amityville? Cameron?
I feel like this is a pretty easy
Elm
answer.
Street, Crystal Lake, or Amityville?
Elm Street.
Why?
Just don't go to sleep.
Yeah, but
If you have to
Yeah.
stay one night, you just stay up the entire night.
yeah, there's been like
I'll just bring my Switch with me or my laptop or something. There we go.
there's been
Easy.
like 10 or 12 movies, and no one can stay awake. So I mean, you're probably not going
Look,
to stay awake.
here's the thing.
Once-
I could do it. Matthew would die.
once you stay on Elm Street, you're on his radar. So you may be able to stay awake one night, but now he knows who you are and he can invade your dreams. Talking about Freddy Krueger. I'm saying at Crystal Lake.
Really?
Yeah, and here's the reason why. Because first of all, I ain't staying in Amityville because I'm not dealing with no evil spirits. That's just, I mean,
Well, it's
you
a
know,
question of just like, do you want the evil in your dreams, in your soul,
exactly,
or
Here's-
skewering you against the wall of a cabin?
out of the three places you could stay, only one has a physical being. A physical being can be outrun. A physical being can
Keep thinking you're saying in
I did say
physical being.
a physical, not a physical being.
I'm sorry, you can't outrun Freddy Krueger. He can canonically teleport.
Right. There's that. So you can't outrun Freddy Krueger. You can outrun Jason Voorhees. You absolutely can.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jason is who I meant.
Yeah. No,
Jason can canonically teleport.
No, he cannot.
Yes, he can.
On which one? Which he cannot.
What, based off of the video game?
Based off of the video game and the movies.
No, he cannot
Yeah.
teleport. He just is a steady walker. And here's the thing: people who are running away from Jason are afraid, and so they tend to stumble and fall down, which he gains ground because he's a steady walker. Steady walker, and people are like ambling here and there, and he understands angles of pursuit also, which is very important. An angle of pursuit, you can
Jason Voorhees, a geometrical savant.
Listen, he has an awesome ability of angle of pursuit.
He's also very tall, so I mean, like, just the gait of the man.
right. He's a long strider.
Yes.
You're absolutely right. So I am staying at Crystal Lake, and plus the scenery is better at Crystal Lake. I mean, there's that, and yeah, I'm staying at Crystal Lake. How about you guys? Text line 800-905-0989. Where are you staying? You staying for one night? You staying on Elm Street? You staying at Crystal Lake, or are you staying in Amityville? We're going to take a break. When we come back, we are going to talk a little. You know what? I think we're going to do tinfoil time just because Matthew's here, and you know, I like having science guys, and I've already had arguments with another science guy a bunch, and now I can have an argument with this science guy. You're listening to. It probably won't be an argument because he'll win. You're listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WORD. The voice of the Carolinas.
Join the Nerd Herd on the Flaccid text line at 800-905-0989. This is the Upstate Pulse on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
All right.
Now, the Carolinas' most trusted forecast from the News Talk 98.9 WORD Weather Center. Partly cloudy skies tonight with lows around 45. Northeasterly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mainly cloudy skies tomorrow. Slight chance of rain showers 65. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Guccitzky from the News Talk 98.9 WORD Weather Center. Currently, it's 57 degrees.
Hey, early risers, Joey Hudson here. Set your alarm to join me for Sunrise Carolina every weekday morning at 5 a.m., where we start the day with the headlines that matter, weather to plan your day, and hot topics buzzing across the Carolinas. It's local, and it's lively, and it's the perfect warm-up before the Tara Show. So grab your first cup of coffee and join Joey Hudson for Sunrise Carolina each weekday morning starting bright and early at 5 a.m. Only on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
Looking for easy cash? It's simple. How many old comic books do you have stacked up in the corner? How many toys, cards, and video games do you have just collecting dust? Well, turn that dust into dollars. Borderlands is always looking to buy collections. Bring all your old comics and collectibles to 410 South Pleasantburg Drive in Greenville and turn them into cash. Borderlands has been the trusted leader in geeky goods in the upstate for over 35 years, and we buy more than anyone. Borderlands Comics and Games. Read, build, play. Mad World Haunted Attraction is now open. Voted one of America's top haunts and #1 in South Carolina. Mad World, it's much more than just a haunted house. It's a fall tradition like no other. Experience the ultimate mini golf, axe throwing, carnival games, food, bonfire, roaming characters, and fun for the whole family. Located in Piedmont off I-85, exit 35. Get ready for 15 years of fear at Mad World. Buy your tickets now at madworldattractions.com. That's madworldattractions.com.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is legal tax defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS.
Thank you, Junior Bros, for catching that. I do not count that as a newable offense
Here isn't sitting right today.
because I make the rules. But that should have took care of it. It's not a noob alert, Mark. I mean, I could leave it to the guys in the room, but you know what I'm not going to do? That's what I'm not going to do. And I would tell you that if Odie was here and he did it, I wouldn't noob him on it either. And that is an interesting text.
So true.
That I'm going to get to. But
yeah, commercials on Twitch, that's just a thing that Twitch does, that we don't have control over that.
No. Something was left in utility.
Oh.
And so it went over the air.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So again, you guys can conspire and vote and say, we have decided that you must be noobed, and I will say no. I wonder how many people think this is perfect weather. Cameron, you can see the computer screen in your glasses. No, it's not. I mean, there's nothing. You're not.
I look like I don't know what I look like exactly.
It's
like
wild.
I'm a movie villain or something.
Well, probably.
I wish like my glasses were flashing like an anime character. It's like, my plan.
Do it right, it can be your pupils. There you go.
Oh, it's so bright.
Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse. Lonzo here, along with Matthew and Cameron, having a blast on Saturday night. Hope that you are too. We got a bunch of stuff to get to as far as texts and messages, and we'll get to those in just a moment. But if you also would like to be a part of the show, text line 800-905-0989. Just program that into your phone and label it the Upstate Pulse. Don't put Tara in there. Don't put Frady in there. Don't put Charlie in there. Put the Upstate Pulse in there. They'll know. They'll just somehow they'll know, and they'll be jealous. You can also check us out on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, and on X at either the Upstate Pulse or 98.9 WORD. All right, this next text, I'm going to, I will go to vote here and see what the guys say. Texter says, are you willing this week to read relevant furry fandom texts? Are we, Matthew? Cameron?
I don't want to.
Are we willing to? What's that mean?
I don't.
What's that mean, relevant? I mean,
are there old ones?
That is.
Yeah, that's relevant to what?
Well, relevant to furries, evidently. I mean,
okay, well, yeah, but is it on topic? I guess we don't really worry about
which
that.
fursona is in.
Yeah, well,
find out after 9.
Should you label who you are as a furry before you leave a message? Like I would know who that is. All right, before we went to break, we asked the question: if you had to stay overnight in one of these places, which one would it be? Elm Street, Crystal Lake, or Amityville? Texter says Crystal Lake. Another texter says Crystal Lake, hands down. I'm not a low IQ white girl, so I'm not reading the rest of that. I'm gonna cut part of it out. White girl. So I think at white girl. So I think that he's not
good.
They're not a white girl. So I think
is that the text line or is that you?
So I think I'd be safe to outrun Jason. That's the thing. Once you get run backwards. I mean, you run back. Well, as long as you don't run into anything, you're looking at him the entire time. He's not going to catch you. He's not. You can like throw rocks at him and stuff. I mean, it just and by the way, as far as slashers go, Jason's my favorite. But and maybe that's why, because I think I got a chance to get away.
Because you know so much about him?
I do know a lot about him, yes. But I know the same thing about the other guys, too. Michael Myers uncannily runs quicker than moves quicker than Jason does.
He runs off camera.
He drives a car, too, in some of the movies, which I don't understand how he learned how to do that, but he did. Apparently, he's just a quick learner. Mark says, Matthew obviously never saw Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. That actually was a movie.
I'm aware.
So that's why, tomatoes can be bad. Did anyone die in Amityville Horror? Yeah, dude went crazy at the end, like killed his whole family. It's based on a true story. And I forget the name of the killer, but yeah, and they blamed it on that. Chris wants to know, what did the Council of Noobs say? We don't have noobs here. We don't do that. So there is no Council of Noobs. Chris says, for the sake of humanity, no furries. Hey, here's the thing. No one's going to know. He also says Amityville Horror. I just want to point out once again, evil spirits. I don't want to be where there are no evil spirits.
All right, look, that's why you bring your exorcism knuckles.
Well, yeah, I mean, that works.
Soaked in holy water, you punch the ghosts.
That works for Constantine. Last I checked, none of the three of us are Constantine. As far as Matthew could
That's why you're fourth.
Matthew could be Constantine. He may indeed have the long jacket and everything.
Do you have a trench coat, Matthew?
Yeah,
I don't think I can do the Constantine accent.
Well, it depends on what version.
Yeah, are you the Keanu version or the Matt
version.
Ryan version?
Yeah. I'm thinking more of the
actual comic
the DC
book
animated.
Yeah.
There's
that's still Matt Ryan.
It's still Matt Ryan. So
yeah,
the guy who did the live action also did,
which I think is cool that he was able to.
Yeah, me too.
He's a really good Constantine.
Yes.
All right. Before we go to break, because it's almost already break time, I want to talk about Gen V. I'm the only one here that has watched it, but I know some of you at home have watched it. The ending was good. Some people are complaining about it. It was good because, and I'm going to spoil, they killed the bad guy at the end. Godolkin gets blown up, and I can't figure out. I thought that Marie did it, and some are saying the Polarity did it. It doesn't matter who did it. He done got blowed up. I mean, blowed up in a way that you cannot come back from.
Well, somebody's got to take credit.
And at the end of the show, well, first of all, Marie got taken over, and that was bad. Knew that was going to happen, but according to Annabelle's vision, I love this because you guys have no idea. According to Annabelle's vision, Polarity was going to show up anyway, so I wasn't worried. He showed up and showed out because Marie had healed him. And she ended up healing a lot of people. Unfortunately, she healed Godolkin. Godolkin took over. They were all smuggled in some dude's butt. And because he has like a pocket universe in his butt. Yeah,
the pocket prison dimension,
which made
the prison pocket dimension.
Yes, that, which made no sense. I think they just wanted to be gross for no reason, because the one girl got her power back where she can power of suggestion.
Look, sometimes you can't
she touches somebody. She got them to open the door. They all could have just walked in. It didn't make no sense.
Look, sometimes you can't handle. I mean, you can't set where a pocket dimension goes. You know.
All right, so I was really looking forward to it. I was glad that none of the Scooby Gang, the new Scooby Gang, none of them died. And the fact that at the end they're escaping, and who shows up? Starlight and the speed guy. Why am I forgetting his name?
A-Train.
They show up and ask them to join the Resistance. So they're all going to be in the Resistance. And
A-Train's a good guy now.
He is. You need to watch more. He actually got a heart transplant from a guy he killed who was a racist. So he has a racist heart. And anyway, you should watch it.
Okay, what?
Yeah, exactly. I thought
I'm out of the loop.
Yeah, I thought Gen V this season ended up being really, really good. Again, those guys, they do some off the wall, most disgusting things you can think of that are really not relevant to the story, but just so they can see that they can do it. And they do that kind of stuff. And if you can get past that and get to the underlying story, then I thought it was pretty good. If anybody else seen it, what'd you think about the final episode? And could be the final episode period. Kripke has said that if more people watch it, they'll do a season 3. If more people don't, they probably won't. So we know that this is going to be the last season of The Boys, but they're doing the prequel with Jensen Ackles and Stormfront, and that looks like that's going to be pretty good. So looking forward to seeing that. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll get to your text. We will get to
I did, Trey. I did say prison pocket dimension.
Yeah. Okay. You don't need to answer the stream. That's my job.
What? I just want to make sure that I told him that I said prison pocket dimension.
Oh, okay. All right, we come back. We're going to hit tinfoil time. You listen to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD. I know I teased it. I'm going to get to it. The voice of Carolinas. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Thank you, Trey. Matthew, thoughts on prison?
Yeah, Braden, Indiana looked good, but they
Let's
didn't
say
play Ohio
prison
State,
dimensions.
and they won't.
That's a difference.
Unless they play in
That's
the Big
peacemaker.
Ten Championship. We'll see about that.
I mean, that's basically what the Phantom Zone is.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a really popular thing in media, just using pocket dimensions as prisons.
Yeah. That
I
does.
started thinking about other things. I was like, Ben 10 does that with the Null Void.
Marvel has done that as well.
Yep.
Can you add people in the bag
That
of
was
holding?
literally a major plot point of Superman 2025.
Can you add people? Can you hide people in a bag of holding?
Yes, but they'd suffocate after a while.
Yeah.
Would they?
There's
So
no
it's
air
not
in
a
there.
pocket dimension.
It
is.
but
It's
it
very
just
limited.
doesn't have air.
Okay.
There's also like a weight limit to it as well, right?
It's not an infinite sized pocket dimension.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a whole thing where we were trying to figure out if we could like put an Alhoon into a bag of holding because we didn't know if we could take it in a fight. And then we realized, oh wait, he's undead. He doesn't even need to breathe. So he's just gonna be in there waiting for us.
I don't know what that means,
Waiting for you
dude,
to stick
bros.
your hand in.
Yeah.
Maybe they know what that means. I don't know what that means.
And then I hit it with so many fireballs
Yeah, I might want to do
because I was playing as a sorcerer.
Yeah.
I was like, boys, don't go in that room. It was a very confined room, and we had like picked up like acid breath from a dragon from like outside that I had.
Okay,
convinced to
the
help us.
rules are written. Okay, I didn't get that. I was trying to get their attention to see if they would.
What raw means?
Yeah, but they were doing their own thing. So, but thank you for explaining that to me. I've never seen that before. You millennials and all your abbreviations.
Oh, is raw an abbreviation for something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
rules
he
is written.
explains what it is.
Oh, okay.
Just look at the screen.
I was thinking of the.
No, look at the screen. He says what after I ask. He said what it is. It's the thing.
Dina Bros
gosh.
is talking about that.
Duna Bros.
What am I thinking of now? What is his name? Oh my gosh.
What raw are you thinking of?
Listen, I know that's not how he says that. I
the-
just do that.
Celebrity chef. Gordon Ramsay. I was thinking of the Gordon Ramsay. quote. Yeah.
This chicken is raw. What are you? An idiot sandwich.
It was a joke, Duna Bros. It was just a joke.
Penguin is also good. That was last week, wasn't it?
Wait, you saw that in written form? Who did that? There's a motion that goes with it. It is this. And when people use this motion, most people think it means something else.
I definitely think that.
Exactly. And that's all I said. And I'm not going back on it. That's been that way since I was a children. And that's a long time ago. And since they say, we don't know what 6-7 means. Yeah, they do. That's what it means. and they're just getting away with it. And people are like, okay, I don't know why I'm doing it. Okay, sure you don't. Whatever. You're not full of me. All right, I am going to noob myself for that one.
I think there are certain questions about certain aspects of certain parts of this situation that require an evaluation about whether or not this is or is not a valid.
I dare you to produce one credible source about this.
Uh-oh, dead air.
This information cannot leave this room, okay?
Is that a real thing? Because that does not sound like a real thing.
It's a real thing.
I knew it.
Okay, didn't see that one coming.
All right, that is our tinfoil intro that I found that I must have made like, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago. And then I found it. And so we're going to talk about conspiracy type things. First of all, and I want to see if Matthew will get as angry as another person that I had a talk with about this anytime something is mentioned. Matthew, do you get angry when someone says chemtrails?
Depends on the context. I mean, like, just talking in general, it's sure whatever. But I mean, like, if you're doing it in some conspiracy theory thing that it can often be related to, then it can be annoying.
Like some people think it's affecting the weather by seeding,
stuff like that. Yeah, that's just
does that
silly
makes you angry or
it doesn't make me angry as much as it does.
There's someone else in the building that gets downright angry at the mention of chemtrails. Or possibly it has to do with preparing mankind to be overtaken by aliens. It could be because you're breathing the air and it's seeded with the DNA from the chemtrails to get you prepared for swearing fealty to the lizard people.
The lizard people that run everything. Yeah, I'm aware.
I'm sure you've heard that before. I mean,
that's a very specific hypothetical.
I mean, we've all heard that, right? That's not just me.
Just now.
That's not just me.
You've never heard the whole lizard people conspiracy thing? Like
that's
one of those like the most well-known joke conspiracies
He's
out there.
probably never heard them linked to chemtrails.
No, not linked to chemtrails. I've heard the jokes about
lizard
lizard people, but I haven't.
I thought it was common knowledge that's a possibility that's what's happening.
On this show, everything is connected.
It is, including we've mentioned before, but it's getting closer. Let's talk some 3-Eye Atlas. All right, Matthew, what do you think 3-Eye Atlas is?
I have no idea.
Wow. So you don't know what it is, or you just don't know what you think it is, or you've never heard of it before?
I could see it being a few different things.
Okay.
But
all right. So have you seen like the Japanese video of it having lights on it or some things like that? So let's talk about, all right. New images reveal the Manhattan-sized interstellar object 3-Eye Atlas has started to sport a tail, indicating that it could possibly be maneuvering alien craft. One Harvard scientist suggested after exhibiting signs of an incredibly strange anti-tail since first cropping up in the solar system in July. 3-Eye Atlas is now showing evidence of a true cometary tail. Images taken by Spain's Nordic Optical Telescope in the Canary Island. It's Canary Island. Is there just one Canary?
There's multiple Canary Islands, but I'm sure
it could be a typo.
There's one. Yeah, it's either
it's on a Canary Island.
Okay. In September, revealed these new images show materials being peeled off behind the 33 billion ton object as it travels towards the sun and is hit with up to 33 gigawatts of solar. I know it's not how you say it, but 33 gigawatts of solar radiation. Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb, who that person who gets angry, who I was talking about, knows who that guy is and just declares him as a charlatan.
As a Charleston?
Yeah, no, I said charlatan, which is a chew, which is good candy. It's really kind of
also as a charlatan.
Yeah, that's
I've heard that name crop up before. Okay. And I've not heard very good things about it.
However, the succession of an anti-tail and then the presence of a tail could be indicative of a controlled maneuvering and a high-impact black swan event. 3-Eye Atlas's anti-tail was a plume composed of mostly carbon dioxide and water with trace amounts of cyanide and a never-seen-in-nature nickel alloy that has only been used in human manufacturing.
I have a question. like Black Swan as like Natalie Portman, or
No, that was, and actually Natalie Portman.
oh no, that's Keira Knightley.
But yeah, well,
right?
I don't know. I never saw it, but I think it's based on a on a ballet. I could be wrong. The object is an alien spacecraft slowing down, Loeb wrote. Then the anti-tail would be evidence of a braking thrust maneuver, which would naturally change to a tail on the slowing procedure completed. Okay, here's the thing. It's going to be coming close to the sun, where it could possibly be picking up fuel to destroy the Earth. Or, maybe it's a sightseeing trip by the aliens going by, wanting to see a primitive culture, and maybe they saw us. Maybe this is a long-lived species, and they saw us back in the Neanderthal days, and now they want to see how much we've progressed. And they're looking out the window, going, "Oh, look, they can build planes and bombs and houses and stuff now. That's really cool." They fly by, pick up a couple cows, and they're out. I mean,
better just be a couple.
It
cows.
could be that, or it could be also this. I mean, just if you have read the Bible, if you believe in the Bible, the Earth will be destroyed by what? What's the Earth going to be destroyed by? Fiery rocks from the sky, I do believe, and that could be what 3i Atlas is. So here's a question for you guys as we get ready to go to break. If indeed 3i Atlas is going to destroy us all, what you doing next week? What's the one thing that you haven't done that you want to do, and you've got a week to do it because 3i Atlas is coming to kill us? So
well, it's not coming to kill us, so I'm going to continue doing the work I was already doing.
It's called a hypothetical on a show. Let's be entertaining here. So Matthew's doing nothing because of his disbelief, and that's fine. That's fine. But when the fiery rock falls from the sky and you're about to die, you will think, well, if I listen to Lonzo, I might have did this thing that I wanted to do before I died.
I'm going to host a jousting tournament.
There you go. What are you on the back of ostriches or what?
Emus.
Emus.
That sounds like a logistics nightmare to try and do in 1 week.
I
don't know how
I'll make it work.
No, actually,
there are emus around here.
There are emu farms even in Grey Court. So
yes,
you can.
Well, it's
technically more readily available than ostriches.
You need a lot more than just the emu to host a jousting.
Here's the other thing.
Well, obviously, we have other things that we're going to cover.
Here's the other thing. Cameron knows guys with 3D printers, so he can print saddles for the emus with 3D printer, and
lances as well.
Well, no, we got
breakable lances.
We got a bunch of bamboo.
You're right, we do.
We got a bunch of bamboo. We can use that as lances.
That would kill people, though.
No, we're so what? Going to die anyway. I mean, because 3i Atlas is going to kill us all.
Yeah, but I don't want that on my conscience as I die.
Well, okay, all right. Here's my thing. All right, so and text line. If you knew 3i Atlas was going to destroy us next week, what's the one thing that you haven't done that you make sure that you could do? Here's the thing that I will do. If 3i Atlas is going to destroy us next week, which it very possibly could, or sometime before Christmas, if it's going to happen, I'm going to watch Back to the Future 2 because I've never watched it. So, I mean, there we go.
That's your thing?
Yeah, that's my thing. You're not
going to joust with emus with me?
Oh, no, I'm going to be out. Hopefully I can MC that because I want
Yeah, you can be the MC.
Yeah,
Matthew, do you want to MC the emu joust?
Sure.
I think Matthew would make an excellent emu jockey.
Or yeah, I was about to say, Matthew shows up. He's in all black armor.
Matthew the emu knight. There we go. Matthew could be an emu knight. He absolutely could. Let's see.
Let's mount up on chocobos, boys.
Texter says Lonzo jousting contest using the self-propelled shipping carts in grocery stores. Yeah, we could do that. Although emu sounds like a lot more fun.
No squawk funny.
Texter says, and I'm doing this without proofreading, so here we go. Hey, gang, I've been a truck driver for 45 years. I was an over-the-road driver for 32 years. I once had a load going to Amityville, Long Island, and unloaded at a warehouse across the street from the road that went to the house. I wanted to see it, but no trucks allowed. I was that close. We love your show. Thank you. We appreciate that you love the show. Also, you might have been able to walk there, although I probably would have stayed in my truck rather than go to the Amityville. By the way, text line is 800-905-0989. Texter says, forget about lizard people. Even though some furries are furry as a lizard, aka a scaly, remember that furries run the internet. And one of them, helping It's split up. I don't know where the rest of it went, but I'm sure it's amazing. Let's see. Chris says it could just be a rock.
I think it's just a rock.
More than likely. Well, it's bigger than a rock. I think.
It's a very big rock.
Yeah,
yes,
rocks can get pretty big.
There are bigger asteroids than that.
Yeah.
That's
also,
a big
what the heck
asteroid,
is
but
an
there are bigger.
anti-tail? Is that like it's just going in?
It's like no tail, I guess. Dunabro says a light year tour, 3 light year tour. He had 3 in the first, so I forgot it. Braden says, speaking of aliens, have you guys heard of 0-point energy and how it's potentially the power source for UFOs? Also, 3i Atlas sounds like the old human starship from Starfield at Paradiso. Yeah, possibly. Braden says he also has a 3D printer. So there we go. Chris says, I'm going to elbow drop a furry. Oh, okay. We probably could set that up. Could you elbow drop a furry off of the back of an emu while you were jousting?
Probably.
All right. When we come back,
We'll have that in our freestyle section.
when we come back, we're going to quickly run through the WWE PLE that's coming up and some other stuff with Matthew as he will be leaving us at the top of the hour. You're listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk. Yeah, News Talk 98.9 WRD, the voice of the Carolinas.
Haven't you ever wanted to ride it?
I never really thought about it.
No.
You're the only one who has the size to be able to do that.
You could be
Me
an
and
emu
Cameron,
giant.
I mean, it's
We would crush
you
their
might as well
backs.
fry it up when we're done. I mean,
I don't know why in my head I'm just imagining Pappy riding Big Bird in the battle, piggyback style.
okay, that might be the only one that we could,
Go Big Bird! We have people.
maybe a pterodactyl. I don't know. I did tell Rob Brown from the Rob Brown Show that if we're going to be destroyed, I hope we're in studio together just so you have to go on the air and say I was wrong. I mean, we're going to die anyway. I just want you to say I was wrong before we die.
Just give me that.
I'll address that when we come back, Trey. Woo! All this talk about end of the world makes you thirsty. I think I am the kind of guy who wants to see aliens and some other conspiracy theories proven correct, just so I can look at the deniers who are adamant to the point of anger. I'm not saying that Matthew is that the person I was talking about before is, and just so he'd be wrong. I want to see him be wrong than I ever want to see more than I ever want to see me be right about anything. I just for that.
That's a healthy outlook on life.
It's not a good thing.
I mean, I can tell you right now that he's not going to be wrong on 3i Atlas on this. It's a comment.
By the way, I don't want to die. I don't want us to be squished by could be like the Vulcans. I mean, we may make first contact, then we're going to have warp engines. We're going to be able to go all over the place. Although I don't know if a warp engine would affect my vertigo. Be willing to try, I know what. I could go on a holodeck and then it's in like a solid room while the spaceship is flying, and maybe my vertigo won't be affected.
We'll get you when we get there.
Yeah, just come on in and say, "Oh, we're here," wherever we're going.
I also hate my brain.
Could be Braden. It could be a lot of things.
Holodeck closes. All you hear
More
is
than likely, Matthew and Rob Brown are probably right. It's probably just a big rock, but it could be a dangerous rock if it were to change directions. Also, did you guys know we have more than one moon?
There are other things that are.
No. They just declared we have a second moon. It's trailing the Earth, so it's not orbiting the Earth. It's like following the Earth as the Earth orbits the sun. What? I'm not making it up.
no. I'm listening.
Yeah, it's now the people. I mean, someone may have made it up, and I just read it, but I'm not making it up.
All right, to quote you, sources.
Well, yeah, I looked at several sources. Just because I never heard of them before doesn't mean they're not sources.
Waza.
Welcome back into the Upstate Pulse. Lonzo here along with Cameron and Matthew. I got the patented Matthew eye roll several times, and that always makes my day because I know I got him if I get the eye roll. At least for me, it's like a game that I only play, and there's someone else that I do that with too. I love that. Text says, just be careful. I shouldn't read this, but just without proofreading. Just be careful about messing with furries, as more of them than many listeners may expect. Cancel carry even with what? The place. Okay, proofreading wouldn't have done me any good there because I don't know if it was voice to text or drunk. Could be drunk because it didn't make any sense. Mark says, I'd watch Lord of the Rings back to back and possibly Star Wars movies in timeline order if I have the time. Well, we got a week.
You'd have a week.
You
You'd be
got
able
a week,
to do
so yeah. Let's see. Trey asked, do you guys have any recommendations for friendly comics? I want my young daughter to get more interested into reading. Teen Titans Go is pretty good. And here's the other thing. We may not be experts in those kind of comics, but the fine people at Borderlands Comics and Games are. They have an entire section for just kids. And if you go in and say, hey, I want to start my kid watching or reading some good comics that are, not overly violent or whatever, go talk to the people at Borderlands Comics and Games, 410 South Pleasantburg Drive in Greenville, and they will help you out. They're open 7 days a week, and for all your needs, as far as geeky goodness, as Rob Young from Borderlands Comics and Games calls it. They've got D&D stuff as far as dice goes. They've got paint, they've got figurines, they've got skill books, they've got all kinds of stuff like that. They also have board games, really cool board games, themed board games. Like if you want Risk from One Punch Man or something like that. I'm not sure that one exists, but it probably does. Or if you want comics, if you want statues, if you want some back issues, or if there's something you want and you look and go, hey, you guys don't have this, could you get it for me? Chances are they probably could. All right, Halloween Havoc is happening in just 7 minutes. So really quick, I want to go through the matches. There are 6 matches and tell you who I think is going to win. Looking forward to watching this when I go home tonight. WWE tag team match between La Parka and Mr. Iguana. If Matthew were a fan of wrestling, Mr. Iguana would be his guy. I know that without a doubt.
He would love
Mr. Iguana. I suggest you look up Mr. Iguana just so you would, and you can go ahead and confirm it that I'm right. La Parka and Mr. Iguana versus Javon Evans and Leon Slater. Some high flyers. There's going to be some wonderful luchador action going on, but Javon Evans and Leon Slater are going to win that match. WWE NXT Women's North American title match. Zarya is going to face Blake Monroe because Sol Ruca is injured. So she's going to stand in her place, and she is going to lose the belt to Blake Monroe so we can have some strife between Zarya and Sol Ruca, which stinks because I like that tag team, but Sol Ruca needs to move up because she is a superstar. Did you look up Mr. Iguana?
That's a persona, all right.
See?
Jeez.
I told you. Did you see the lizard puppet?
I didn't see the puppet, and I just saw his whole face painting. I'm not a fan. No.
Yeah, he's got a lizard puppet that he wrestles with the puppet, and the puppet actually wrestles too. It's pretty
that's
cool.
funny.
Yeah, a WWE NXT Tag Team title. It's a broken rules match. The Hardy Boys versus Dark State, and Matt Hardy is broken again, and he's bringing Brother Nero with him. I've had the opportunity to interview Matt Hardy twice now. Always fun, and I think the Hardys retain their titles, beating Dark State. WWE NXT North American title, a Day of the Dead match between Ethan Page and El Hilo de Dr. Wagner Jr. I don't know what he's exactly. Who is
that? Doesn't are those two separate people?
Yeah, it's. I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know.
Yes, but one was Spanish, and the other one was definitely not Spanish.
Well, it's all his name. El Hilo. I think that describes him. But
yes, El Dr. Wagner.
Yeah, he is Dr. Wagner Jr. I think Ethan Page wins that match. WWE NXT Women's title match between JC Jane and Tatum Paxley. I want Tatum Paxley to win because she's creepy and she plays with dolls, and I just like her, and I want to see her get the push that she deserves. She's been there a long time. WWE NXT title match, Ricky Saints, who I also have interviewed. Fun interview, Ricky Saints. Really enjoyed that. Going up against South Carolina's own Trick Williams. I want Ricky Saints to win, so I'm going to go with that, but I'm not so sure that he does. Mark on stream says, how old is La Parca? Is it the same guy who won the IA member of, who was once a member of the LWO and WCW? No, there's no way it's the same guy, but I will tell you, he fills out the full uniform and looks a lot like La Parca. It could be his son. I don't want to look into it enough to find out if that's what it is. I just want to believe that's what it is. That's what he is.
Sometimes it's all you want to do.
All right, we were talking about some things earlier, and Matthew mentioned, I don't know if it was on the air or off the air, Sanctuary. James Gunn, this is wild. James Gunn decided to go on a bunch of podcasts this past week, and a bunch of video podcasts, some of the ones that I watch all the time. And it's like groups, like them together. And I thought that was really cool to answer questions and debunk some of the things that these guys were speculating, because that's what you do. You speculate, try to figure out, we think it's this. So one of the things that has been speculated is that Sanctuary, the planet Sanctuary, where Peacemaker is trapped, historically has to do with Desaad, which has to do with Darkseid. And James Gunn said that Zack Snyder did a good job with Darkseid, and he also thinks that Darkseid and Thanos are too much alike. And I completely agree with that. I don't know which one came first, but I always consider, that's Darkseid.
Didn't Jack Kirby do both?
He might have. So when I see that, I'm like, yeah, Darkseid is just Thanos in DC, or
it's
or
the
Thanos
chin.
is just Darkseid. It may be.
They are very different characters though, but
yeah,
they look similar.
He did say though that he's interested in getting into stuff with the New Gods. So it's going to be in the Mr. Miracle video or show that's coming up, which is animated.
Jim Starlin is the one who made Thanos.
Okay. All right. We're saying goodbye to Matthew, not forever, but just for tonight, because he's been very busy, and we are so glad that he could be here for at least an hour. And maybe we'll see him again like next week or something. I don't know, maybe, or the week after that, or the week after. I don't. He just kind of wanders in and then he wanders out. That's what he does. But that's okay, because the show is always better when Matthew is here. Not saying you need to tune away, because we're still going to be good when he leaves tonight.
Still quality programming, people.
Yeah, it might even get weirder because he's not here.
Yeah.
All right, you're listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
That face definitely sold it.
I think it's warm in here.
I said the president is an Asian. What? What I miss? Chris says goodbye, Matthew.
Goodbye, Chris.
So you missed a couple years.
President Trump mentioning America's farmers, specifically soybean farmers, after China's refused to purchase soybeans.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Matthew.
$13 billion worth of soybeans this year, zero. Here in Malaysia, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and Trump's top trade rep Jamieson Greer.
Wow. I don't think violence was really coming the way of the furries. I will mention that when we come back, though.
What?
I'll just the person who had texted earlier and it was all scrambled has fixed their text.
Ah.
Kim Jong-un.
Tropical storm Melissa has strengthened to a hurricane. It's a slow-moving storm, gathering strength in the Northern Caribbean. The National Hurricane Center Deputy Director Jamie Rome says
Very well.
Jamaica, Haiti, and
Goodbye until we meet again. Good morning, Matthew. Happy trails to you. So beautiful. I hope we meet again. Happy trails. He did agree to play the instrument that I suggested, by the way. So yay, so we're good. Happy trails to you. Yes. Happy trails. Do not encourage it. I hope we don't meet again. Happy trails is a great thing because that means you're leaving him behind, and you don't have to deal with him anymore. Or Pappy's trailing you. Yeah, trailing doesn't mean you get to catch up, like Jason Voorhees. I see you back there. Did you think you can outrun him? Well, here's the thing. So, to be the age that you would have to be at Crystal Lake, I was in amazing shape. Okay, in that case, I think we'd both be fine. I could run all day, and also very agile and able to avoid thrown objects if I could see them. So, yeah. Don't ask me how I know that. My cousins and I are a little crazy. My cousins more so than me. You end up throwing it back at him. I grew up in Southside. You ain't nothing. Head on a swivel, maybe. Remember, my cousin and I used to throw a concrete saw blade at each other. What? A concrete saw blade. We were in this big warehouse where my stepdad at the time was had a glass business, and so we just found this disc and we kept throwing it at each other and didn't realize it was a concrete blade. It would just spark. So we were probably just making. How old were you? 14. Oh, Lord. So it would come at you very fast. And the thing is, you'd have to try to kick it down. And got hit every once in a while. It hurt really bad. What? Nothing. Just these are the things, if you grew up there, that you would have had to deal with. Because you would have spent time with cousins who would have been. I would have been dragged into the insanity. Oh, no, you wouldn't have. You wouldn't have been dragged into it. You would have been in there doing exactly what they were doing. We were bored. I mean, sometimes when you're bored, you just do stuff. According to Zoran. What? Wasn't Zoran? Well, Zoran sounds like a fantasy. Wasn't Zoran Power Rangers? That was Zordon. Yeah, it was Zordon. Come on, you big old bald head. Give me the suit. I want to be the Blue Ranger. Why would you want to be the Blue Ranger? I don't know. It seemed the safest choice.
I mean, if you're going to be a Ranger, you want to be the White Ranger because he was the coolest. He wasn't cool when he was. I didn't think he was cool when he was the Green Ranger, but when he turned to the White Ranger, you were such a fan of Power Rangers when you were a little kid.
I remember Ivan Ooze.
Yes, we went to see that movie.
I could see his face in my mind's eye. See him cackling. Hear him cackling as well. Remember Rita Repulsa?
It was always weird because, like, the voices didn't match the lips. It was weird.
Yeah, it's almost like they were dubbed.
Didn't know what that meant.
Not back then, we didn't.
What does dubbed mean? I don't know what that is. Hey, the air just came on in here. That's awesome.
Yay!
It was getting a little spicy up in here.
I was about to start singing some Marvin Gaye, but we're going to go back on the show.
As in, I just ate some hot peppers or something. Welcome into hour number 2 of the Upstate Pulse. Lonzo and Cameron here with you on Saturday night. Hope you're having a good time. South Carolina fans, there are no such thing as a moral victory, but they almost had them. Showed up, should have won it, didn't. But, them's the breaks. On this hour, we are going to be talking AI Takeover. We've got a wonderful oops that a couple oopses actually, signs of impending apocalypse, video games, and Nerd Roundtable. You know what? Let's start out. Let's talk some video games in this segment, and we'll get to some oops in the next segment. First of all, Cameron defeated Borderlands 4.
Yeah,
Borderlands 4. I couldn't remember which one. I got to admit, I've had the ability to play all the Borderlands games, but I haven't because I don't like the art style.
Yeah, the cell shading just doesn't do it for you.
And the art style will, if I'm not a fan of the art style, I will not play the game. Either I will try, but it will wear on me to the point where finally even if it's the greatest story in the world, the art style, if I don't like it, I just cannot get into it. And
I understand.
So Cameron, what'd you think of the game?
I thought it was good. It was a bit of a slow start. It took me a while to actually get hooked into it. It went a little bit more of a open world style game with this entry. All the other ones, they had zones and stuff you can go in and out of, but it was a little bit more linear. This one you could kind of tackle on your own free will, or on your own spare time and such. I played the Forge Knight, which I was playing around with specs and stuff on it. Really like the rocket punch thing, which I really enjoyed throwing my friend off when we played together. So he's like, I can't see anything that's going on. All I see is just a dome of fire and everyone's just dying inside of the dome. But gameplay was good. The legendary items I started to get were pretty fun, including this thing called Burt's Bees, which I think is now my favorite gun of all time. It just shoots a whole bunch of homing bullets, and they can have different affixes to it as well. So there's different gun companies inside of the game's universe. So like Torg is nothing but explosions, including explosive bullets. So the thing I found, the version of Burt's Bees I found like a couple of days ago, was one that has like the things that will like track you down no matter how far you get, and they also explode. And I also found like a shotgun that like shoots a beach ball, which is fun, and it does a lot of damage. But overall, I thought the story was good. It was a lot more grounded than 3 was. 3 was like nonstop jokes, and they weren't all good. This one had a little bit more underneath jokes and stuff like that, and like a little bit more cleverness to it, woven within, and also a lot of good foreshadowing and stuff. I also have they've been hinting at like this overarching fight that's going to happen and like the end of the universe and all that stuff, but they've been like getting to that since the end of 2. So I'm just curious when they're actually going to, pull the lever on that. But overall, I thought it was a really good game.
All right. So what would you rate it? I mean, as far as, is this the replay value? Is there any any reason to replay the game?
Oh, there's definitely a reason for that. You have 4 different characters and a whole bunch of different builds and stuff you can try. Just like kind of similar to like Diablo.
Okay.
Like you have like these characters who have like their skill trees and stuff like that. You can explore the different skill trees, different progression types. And in this case, it's a looter shooter. So like the gear is randomized as far as like what you're going to pick up. So if you really like the gunplay and stuff in that, and like that sort of hectic run and gun kind of style of thing, pick it up. It's fun.
All right. It was just announced that, and I need to go up and find an earlier message. By the way, if you want to be a part of the show, text line 800-905-0989. We are also live on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, and on X. Trying to get up here to Scott, who always sends wonderful messages on the stream. Scott says, evening, guys. What are your thoughts on the announcement this week that Halo will be coming to PlayStation? Online commentators think this could signal the eventual end of Xbox and possibly even the end of PlayStation, as most games will likely be released on gaming PCs in the future. This would leave Nintendo as the only dedicated console maker, uniquely positioned as a toy and entertainment device with exclusive titles. You know, I've seen people saying that, but here's the thing. They're just trying to, they're going to make more money by putting it on PlayStation. It's not the first time that there's been games that were exclusive to one or the other that suddenly came over to the competition.
And this has been an ongoing trend because Gears of War recently also got the remaster for the first one, I believe, got ported over to PlayStation.
Also, Final Fantasy. I mean, a lot of the Final Fantasies have been exclusive to PlayStation, and now they have or will come over to Xbox.
Yeah,
and I've seen things about the next generation of Xbox, and here's what they want to do. They're saying that that there is no competition with PlayStation, and I don't think there is competition. I mean, people will buy a console. There's competition online because people online, they just want to complain and they want to, what we like is better than what you like.
People just want to feel better for some reason.
And I am just, this is just me speculating, but those same people, if they had the money to buy both, they probably would buy both.
Yep.
And in the past, I have bought both. I haven't gotten a PlayStation 5 yet because there hasn't been a game on PlayStation that I wanted to play so bad to get the console, including the Final Fantasy VII remake, which I played the first one, the first segment of it, the first episode, whatever they called it, on PS4, and never got to play the next one. But they're coming to Xbox,
and they're also coming to PC as well.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get to play them there, and from what I've also been reading, that they're going to win, and if they do another Xbox console, it's going to integrate all the things that their handheld just integrated, as far as being able to play Steam and a bunch of things like that. So your console, your new Xbox console, will be the same as having a computer, which it basically kind of is right now. Anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, Steam integration would be really cool, especially for games and stuff that you're already using using a controller for.
Especially if they keep the prices about the same on Steam, because you can go on Steam and the Steam sales that they have all the time and buy some cheap stuff, a game that you're like, I don't know if it'd be any good or not, but it costs 99 cents. Why not buy it?
Yeah, that's me a little too much.
Yeah, and then you play it a little bit and it costs you $1. And if it's not good, it's not good.
I will say some of those have been like a good way for me to break into a series and be like, man, this Age of Wonders game is really cool. I'm going to keep buying.
Well, some of the other things with that is a game that you played a long time ago, which you can't play now because none of the systems will play it, and they fix it to where you can play it there. So
yes,
that's cool. All right, so the Halo campaign involved Mark's Master Chief's PlayStation debut, but it also it's remastered and it's going to be on Xbox too, and you can play cross-platform with computer and with PlayStation. That's the other thing, being able to play.
I wonder if there'll be like multiplayer in there as well and like support for that.
All right, Dunabro says, I figure if I get an hour per dollar, it was a good buy. Absolutely. I mean, and those things download pretty quick. Trey says, I'm an Uncharted and Spider-Man fan, so stick with PlayStation. All right, so I played all the Uncharted games on 4, and I actually did it. The host of a show that I was producing at the time, Mark Ryan, could not get past a certain section on Uncharted. So I went and got the game to help him out and tell him how to do it because he wouldn't look it up on computer. It was weird. Whatever. We all have our standards about what we want to look up. And then I beat the game twice and he never beat it once. Yeah. So, but there again, more of a gamer than he is. And those games were really good. Also, as far as Spider-Man goes, you can play that on computer now.
Yes, you can. I also have Spider-Man 2 on my computer, which I need to play at some point.
Which I played the first Spider-Man on my PS4. So, and
such a good game.
This is like one of the first times that I haven't gotten a new console, the other console. It's just, again, I don't see a reason to get one right now, especially with both of them crossing over with stuff.
Yeah.
So I know it makes people angry, and I don't get it. I think sometimes people just want to take a side and want a side to take. And sometimes there is no wrong side. I mean, if you're a PlayStation guy or a girl, good. If you're an Xbox guy or girl, good. I mean, I don't. If you're PlayStation's better. Okay, that's your opinion. To me, I don't have an overall. I've got to have this one. The reason why I got the new Xbox is because I was guilted into it. So because I was playing with my children. Cameron is one of those people.
Hi, I'm one of his children.
And my load times were so slow when we were playing Fallout 76 that they talked my wife into getting me a new one. Hey, listen, it's not all conspiracy, but it does work out for me a lot. It absolutely does. So she got me one. So off of QVC, actually, I remember that because that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that's right.
All right, Fallout Day happened. A lot of people disappointed, but I mean, did you really expect there was going to be a remake of a remaster of New Vegas? Did you really expect that? You know who did? You know who wanted it? You know who went on social media and was yelling for it? Please do it. Danny Trejo. Danny Trejo wanted a remaster of
Danny Trejo is a man of taste
of New Vegas. Also, I guess I've never played New Vegas. You have.
He might be in it. Yeah.
He is in it. That's why he wants it. He's I don't know if he gets paid more if they redo it, but maybe he wants
also, I never realized that the guy, I think Chandler from Friends was actually Benny and was like one of the major bad guys.
Oh, that's cool.
Because he's the guy who shoots you in the head at the beginning of the game.
All right. So one of the things that is happening is that Fallout 4 is getting an anniversary edition. I know people, and it's also coming to Nintendo Switch, which is Switch 2. I'm looking forward to this. The creations, the way that they've integrated it in with the Elder Scrolls, the Skyrim, and what they've done with Starfield, I like that. So if you didn't buy these, you get all the DLC, the Nuka World, Far Harbor, Automatron, Vault-Tec, contraptions. Yeah, Fahaba. In addition to the add-ons, the Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition also includes over 150 pieces of Creation Club content, including some previously unreleased items to supplement your adventure. And now with the anniversary, we're taking your experience to the next level because creations are coming to Fallout 4. I love creations. I love them, especially in Starfield. I have spent and I'm not a microtransactions guy, but there are people out there putting in hard work, coming up with these mods, and some of them are so good. And $10 for 1,000 points, and then you can go buy some of these things, and you'll get a new companion or something like that, and it changes how you play a game. So I'm looking forward to that with Fallout. Fallout 4 is one of my favorite games of all time, and I think one of the main things it's missing is modded companions. There's like one or two that are really good, and that's it. So I'm looking forward to getting all that stuff. I'm guessing that all this extra things will come with Game Pass. So I'm looking forward to that. Speaking of New Vegas, they got a bundle, 15th anniversary bundle, where you can get a bunch of stuff with that, including a statue and some things like that if you want to buy it. And Fallout 76, they talked about the stuff that we already knew. Walter Goggins, going to Ohio, all those things that Cameron and I have gotten back into playing 76 because we're ready to go back home.
Yeah.
Because he and I both from Ohio. He moved here when he was 3.
I don't remember it very much.
Yeah, but I mean, we're ready to go back home. Apparently, it's a wasteland, but so is everything else. So, it may not be any different than well, no, it is different. So we'll be able to sing, I went back to Ohio, and I'll think of Rush Limbaugh, but still. All right, we're taking a break. When we come back, we're going to hit, we got a couple of them. You're listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
Listen, Mark, didn't forget you.
I was mixing, yo.
Yeah. Mark, I was going to say, Mighty Nine comes out on November 19th, and it's also in the same universe as Vox Machina. So I think it takes place like 20 years after the end of Vox Machina.
I'm not sure about it, but I'm going to watch it. So, I mean.
It's good. It's good just for Knot and Jester.
Wait till November 10th, because that's when, I forgot to say what time it was or what day it was, but that's when the anniversary comes out. Creation Club and all that kind of stuff is November 10th. So we're only a couple of weeks away from it. I currently, even though I believe I'm still probably in the top 1% of Starfield players in the world, I haven't been playing Starfield for a little while because I am went back and played Skyrim. And I've been playing a ton of Skyrim just as my transition between, I haven't played a new game since the summer when I played a bunch of games and beat them all. But Outer Worlds 2 comes out next week. So I think it's Tuesday. So when that comes out, I'm going to be playing that, and that is on Game Pass. So the first Outer Worlds was so weird.
I'm ready to go full mad scientist on.
Well, trying to
blow up the universe.
I mean, how many years has it been since Outer Worlds 1 was out?
That's a good question.
So trying to remember how to do everything is going to be fun, I guess.
Outer Worlds 1 was 2019.
Yeah, so it's been a while.
It's been
more than 1 week for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, Braden, I can't. When I took my first chance of buying some stuff on Starfield, it's like, I've never been that guy, but this doesn't cost that much. Let me check this out. And I think it was Lyria, who is a companion. I just wanted to get some other companions, and she is really good and she's hilarious. And then there's one where you can get an entire crew, and I got that. I got some other things that have added stuff. What is the one with the? I hate that I forget names. There's been a couple things that I bought on there that have changed the whole game. And actually, I went back to Skyrim, and I had some points left over, and there was another companion there for, I think it was for like 100 points. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just go ahead and buy that. And it's been pretty good. But my main complaint with Fallout 4 has always been the companions. The regular companions are okay, but I like other stuff. And Heather is pretty good on there. But I want to see some other ones. So hopefully I'll get Outer Worlds done before November 10th. I should. All right, welcome back into the Upstate Pulse. We'll get to back to your texts and your messages on stream in just a moment, but the Oops theme has played, and that means somebody done got arrested, or in this case, got away with stuff. And they did. I don't know if you heard about this. Earlier in the week, the Louvre was, I'm sure they talked about it during on all our shows, but the Louvre got robbed. You heard about this, right, Ken?
I have heard that the Louvre got robbed.
The Louvre
yes.
got robbed, and it was like professional with like forklifts and
were they forklift certified?
I don't know if it was forklifts. It's those
they would have had to.
No,
have been.
bucket trucks. I think it was bucket trucks. So the Louvre got robbed, and they stole a bunch of jewels, which sounded like, you know, like many movies that we've seen.
It got heisted.
Or TV shows where we've seen heists happen. And you always think, why doesn't that happen in real life? Because no one's been professional enough to do it. No one has planned well enough to do it. And I'm surprised video games haven't been blamed, because all the strategery that it takes to
you've been teaching the kids for years how to do this,
and now they've finally done it. So the French government valued the stolen pieces from the Louvre at about $102 million. But if the thieves dismantled the jewels to sell them separately, their value could drop by 90%. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know, maybe. Unless they sell them individually to people who then sell them to one person to reassemble them, then they can solve a problem that the writer of the story thinks they're going to have. Experts believe that due to the high-profile nature of the robbery, it will be challenging for the thieves to sell the stolen pieces as is on the black market, as the jewelry industry is interconnected and dealers would recognize the stolen items. The stolen pieces from the Louvre have unique properties like weight, color, and impurities that act as their DNA, making them easily identifiable even if they are recut or altered. The thieves took 9 pieces from the Louvre, including a diamond and pearl tiara and a brooch with hundreds of tiny diamonds, which would be difficult to fence due to their age and distinctive style. Portier mentioned that while it is theoretically possible to alter the stolen pearls in the tiara through a risky process called peeling to make them unrecognizable, the process could significantly reduce their value. So here's the thing, and I just thought of this while I was reading this, what I just said. So you know that you've robbed the Louvre, and I'll blame video games on this, or James Bond movies, or Ocean 11. I don't know, whatever. So
or that raccoon game from PS2.
Or yeah. So
I can see him in my mind's eye.
Texas says, Lonzo, I blame video games. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. I knew someone was bound to do it.
Thank you, Texter.
Yes. So what if they broke these things apart in a way that they could be reassembled? They sell them to multiple people who then sell them to one dealer who just wants them in their collection. The secret collections, we know from movies and video games that these high rollers, these guys with a lot of money, they have secret collections that only certain people get to see.
Or they're not trying to fence them at all.
Right.
But there's details to treasure within the actual jewels themselves. A code to crack.
Mark says, if I remember correctly, Hudson Hawk robbed the Louvre. Possibly. It's been a long time since I saw that. I really like that movie. But it's not the only place that's been robbed in Paris. All right. A 24-year-old Chinese woman has been arrested and charged over the theft of gold from the Natural History Museum in Paris. Was the stolen gold worth more than $1 million? The suspect was charged with theft and criminal conspiracy and put in provisional detention after being handed over to French authorities on October 13th. The stolen items from the Natural History Museum included gold nuggets from various regions like Bolivia, Russia, and California, with damages estimated at 1.5 million euros. I don't know what the conversion rate is for that, but it sounds like a lot. The theft involved cutting museum doors with a grinder and breaching a display case with a blowtorch.
You know, I was just thinking she just threw some things in her purse.
Oh, no.
No, this was elaborate.
The heist at the Natural History Museum was part of a series of high-profile break-ins targeting French cultural institutions, including recent thefts at the Louvre Museum and other museums of France. All right. Something that I don't do on purpose, I really don't, is tie stories into other things. And if you saw the movie 2012, in the movie 2012, the world was coming to an end, and they knew it was going to be by flood. They knew it was coming to an end. So the governments got together and had people go rob museums of precious pieces. And what they really were doing is they wanted to preserve them when the world came to an end. Which brings me back to 3i Atlas. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Let's say,
why are you trying to make it a thing?
Just say governments knew that 3i Atlas is going to possibly be the end of all things, and they built bunkers deep within the earth. And so they're having people go break into these places and steal these precious jewels and other things so to preserve them along with the future of humanity. That's what I'm going with. When we get back, while you guys ponder all that. And you should ponder it, because it's worth ponderance. When we get back.
Just wanted to say ponderance.
I did, and I used it perfectly.
You did.
When we get back, we're going to hit the Nerd Roundtable. You listen to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WRD. The voice of Carolina. It's all tied to 3i Atlas. It's all over. Game over, man. Game over. I'll find it when we get back.
Game over, man. Game over.
Hey, man, I'm just saying. Think about it. If I'm probably the only person in the world who's tying all this together, which means I'm probably in danger. Sorry you're riding home with me.
It's okay. I've been on a list for a long time at this point.
Or maybe we'll be kidnapped and taken to the place that, where everything's going to be preserved.
The president of Bulgaria really likes the Upstate Pulse. Really likes it.
It's Russian.
Do you remember joke you made about Secret Service? Who Service? It was a great joke, and I'll die knowing it was funny.
Yeah, Braden. There's the one that adds mechs, and you're trying to destroy those guys. And I haven't played in a little while, and I forget what it's called because I can't remember names of stuff because I'm old and I forget stuff. Names are not good for me. That's a pretty good texture. I'm gonna have to get to that. Let's put a thing in there, shall we?
This is Denny Dennis with D&D Ford and Greer. October is here, and the best deals of the year are too. We have new Escapes and Bronco Sports with payments.
I cannot promise that before the show's over, I don't tie something else into 3i Atlas because, because it could be more. That would be cool, Braden.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you with a calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000,
That's a great question, Chris.
it doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6481. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Wow. I don't know if that's true or not, Texter. It's funny, though. I know. Now I got to look that up.
business cash flow was tight. Sales were slow. Invoices were late. And payroll is coming fast. My business is everything. And people rely on it.
Yeah, I don't see that. I just see the gold stuff.
And have business funding in 24 hours. Business moves fast. Don't wait until it's too late. Whether it's lines of
Sometimes this show goes way too fast, especially when we're pumping out conspiracy theories that may not be theories, it might be actual things.
Well, when life goes fast.
That's a good point. Gonna have to throw a bunch of other stuff in here, including signs and AI takeover. That's fine. You know, it's usually what we do around this time anyway.
That boy is good.
All right, it's time for Nerd Roundtable. Before we get to some roundtable stuff, let me throw in a couple of texts. By the way, text line 800-905-0989. Text says, Lonzo, the Louvre event is how Kim Jong-un does his Christmas shopping. Could be. Another texter says, I bet they stole it for a collector. That's what I'm saying. That was my whole thing.
There's some James Bond-esque villain that's like, I shall take the jewels from the Louvre.
The texter also says, Lonzo, another Chinese woman stole 4 cats from the Paris Zoo. I don't know. Could be possible.
Are they all connected?
Yeah, I did.
Did they sneak the jewels in the cats?
I looked that up. I couldn't find that. But you know, it's a limited time. Let me see. Goose, what's up? Goose says Elon's probably involved taking him to the moon. Also, I saw Kim Kardashian wearing some jewels with her pantyhose on her head. Okay. All right. That's not an unusual thing for her. Let's see. Chris wants to know what has California Psychics said about it. They're no longer taking our calls. We tried that. Trey wants to know what comics are on my pull list, and that would be Nightwing, that would be Titans, and that would be Batman and Robin, the one with Damian in it. It's I'm not a collector. I just like certain comics. I only have like 4 boxes. I think to be a collector, you need 10. But, you know, talk to me another year or so.
Or maybe a storage container.
Could be. All right. So we're going to combine some things in here in the roundtable. This was supposed to be an AI takeover, but we didn't have time. So I'm going to throw it in here. A student was handcuffed after AI confused something for a gun. All right. So they have an AI program that will look at someone and try to figure out if they have a gun or not. What do you think, Cameron, they confused for a gun?
A burrito.
Close. It was a bag of Doritos. So it kind of.
How did it get a bag of Doritos?
An artificial intelligence system mistook a high school student's bag of Doritos for a firearm, prompting a police response. Taki Allen, the student in question, was approached by police officers with guns, handcuffed, and searched, only to be found with no weapons. Baltimore County High School utilizes a gun detection system using AI to identify potential weapons, triggering an alert to school and law enforcement. Sounds a lot like some movies we've seen, doesn't it? Tom Cruise comes to mind. I don't know why. Yeah,
leave the poor kid alone. Let him eat his Cool Ranch.
All right. Texter wants to know if I have a remedy for stinky feet. It's good to know that Odie is watching. All right. Suzanne Summers' husband has created a partial clone of his late wife. Alan Hamill has used artificial intelligence to create a partial clone of his late wife, Suzanne Summers. The AI recreation of Suzanne was debuted at a conference and was described as perfect by Hamill. Suzanne Summers passed away in 2023 at the age of 76 after battling aggressive breast cancer for 23 years. The idea of creating an AI version of Suzanne had been discussed by the couple for decades, with Ray Kurzweil being involved in the conversation since the 80s. The AI version of
Suzanne was trained with all of her 27 books and hundreds of interviews to be able to answer any question and mimic her appearance and speech accurately. All right, this goes back to what we talked about.
Yeah,
one of the
this
first
is-
serious topics that we talked about on the air was, I don't know, last year maybe, when we talked about
Yes, the one time we got serious last
being
year.
able to let go. This is the kind of thing that happens if you don't.
Yep.
I don't know how healthy it is, but I just can't believe that it's healthy. I can't believe that it's healthy to hang on that way.
The other thing is just like, it's not the person. Like, you could go back and watch videos and stuff of people, and you know it's that person. They said that.
All right. Speaking of AI, AI companies will pay to watch you cook and clean. So you can.
That's not weird at all.
The pay can range from $10 to $150 an hour, or $1 to $4 a minute. 2 weeks ago, an unnamed robotics AI startup in New York posted an ad on Craigslist looking for first-person video of everyday activities with your iPhone. The company wants footage of cooking dinner or doing laundry at your own house. But why would an AI robotics company need this kind of video? It's to train the robots, of course.
Butlering robots.
Yes. This
Robots
data,
that buttle.
This data will be used to train AI models for humanoid robotics, helping robots learn tasks like navigation, object manipulation, and household activities. So here's the thing.
Welcome to Pappy's cooking vlog. Today we're gonna make chili.
So for $150 an hour, are you willing to teach the eventual overlords of humanity how to do things?
Yes.
You are.
Yes, absolutely.
Because you don't care about the future. It's all about the money that you can make right now.
Yes.
Okay. All right. At least you're on.
I'm fully aware of the consequences of my actions, but that's a lot of money.
So teaching the robots how to do laundry and how
The other thing is, like, when I was a kid, I mean, do you remember the robotic butler thing that, like, we had to, like, come up with inventions and stuff like
Yeah,
that?
I do. I
Yeah.
remember.
It's like, that would be technically like making that a reality.
This is just it could be great for people who have infirmities or are unable to walk anymore or pick things up or stuff like that, to have a robot to do all those things for them. They also can't defend themselves when those robots decide to go rogue. Watch iRobot. Anyway, I'm just saying.
True, but they'll get some good care before that happens.
Okay. All right. As long as it's a quick departure, I suppose.
Oh, dadgummit, Sonny's going after me now.
Yeah, so I can see good and bad things, but mostly bad things because, but the best thing about this, though, is we'll never get to the point where robots will be able to take over, because 3i Atlas will happen next week and we'll all die.
Stop.
So there's that. All right, thousands of skin-breathing sea cucumbers have washed up on a seaside beach in Oregon due to heavy surf and low tide. The sea cucumbers, which can grow up to 6 inches, were scattered across more than 2 miles of the beach. The phenomenon occurs when surf tide conditions coincide, happening a few times a year or once every few years. It is happening now because 3i Atlas is coming.
Why? How does that make any sense? It's not even close enough to affect the gravity.
It is. Its new tail is affected the gravity.
It's all about tails and anti-tails.
Yeah, exactly. So it's all their fault. All right. Steven Soderbergh came up with a movie. The movie was The Hunt for Ben Solo. They had a script written out. They spent a bunch of money on the script and everything. Soderbergh and Ben Solo, Kylo Ren actor Adam Driver, had been working on a new film focusing on the villain turned hero titled The Hunt for Ben Solo. Unfortunately, Disney said, nah. So they put a bunch of work in it. They paid to have the script done, everything. And Disney's like, this don't work. He did. So apparently they didn't watch the movie where Palpatine came back to life. I guess.
Yeah. It's like, you did that for Palpatine.
Yeah, but now
somehow Ben Solo has returned.
But now Ben Solo, he is he ain't coming back. All right. We're
just gonna skip past all of this.
Cameron and I both watched this Rooster Fighter. It's a new anime.
Oh Lord.
It looks good. Not since Watership Down have we seen animal violence like this. It's if you haven't seen the trailer, you should look it up. It's pretty good. The voice acting is amazing. It is an anime.
Also, the English dub version of the Rooster's voice is just Endeavor from My Hero Academia.
Which reminds me, we need to watch the next episode.
Yeah,
of that.
and it makes it so much better for me.
Yeah, I just some things. So if you go on Crunchy,
He's so regal.
If you go on Crunchyroll and you look around, there's some really weird stuff, but nothing like this. I mean, it's a rooster, and there's a chick following it. Yeah. Mark says somehow Kylo Ren is alive. Yeah, somehow. It's amazing how that happened. All right.
Guy says, yeah, they tried to snuff the rooster.
Oh no. You know what? Pappy singing the rooster reminds me the Upstate Pulse annual Christmas karaoke special is coming up in just a few short weeks.
Yeah.
It will be December. It's going to be on December 20th. It will be here before you know it, where we and some of our friends, because they'll actually show up for this, will sing Christmas carols, secular ones, and we will do it in other people's voices and have a blast doing it. We've been doing it for, I think this will be like the 11th one or something like that.
Sure.
It's been a lot of years. We're going to go with 11 here. The first time we did it, we hung up my iPhone in the corner back there of the ceiling. Somehow we rigged it. This was before Chris was in engineering, so he didn't have all those engineering skills, but we figured it out and we put it up in that corner, and it made it almost all the way through the 3-hour show, which, we don't have 3 hours anymore. So that's no longer a problem. But anyway, the Upstate Pulse annual Christmas karaoke special, we always have fun. We have some ideas already. We've got some things that we are going to do. We always will start now with our brand new opening of Bill Freddy's Night Before Christmas. Trying to come up with some other things, and got some surprises for you. And we're working on the finale. And if it's as good as it could be, it's going to be amazing. Or it may crash and burn like nobody's business. We will see. All right.
Better to burn out than to fade away.
I have heard that somewhere. The Kurgan, I believe, said that, and then Def Leppard did too. All right, we're going to.
Of course, then the Kurgan died, but
there can be only one. All right, so we're going to take our final break. We'll come back with the lightning round and finish this puppy up. You are listening to the Upstate Pulse right here on News Talk 98.9 WORD, the voice of the Carolinas.
What are we doing to a puppy?
Petting it and loving it forever.
Exactly, because I love puppies. Puppies are awesome. They are.
Find the right mouse. Find the right mouse. Still haven't found the right mouse. Oh, come on. But there it is. Found my cursor. Woo! Sorry, I'm not talking. I got stuff I got to do.
He's got stuff he's doing.
If you're drowning in IRS debt and can't afford to pay, then you need to take advantage of special IRS tax programs that are available and free yourself from IRS collection efforts once and for all. Due to the financial hardship consumers are facing throughout the country, the Internal Revenue Service has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Take down this number or store it in your cell phone, but call the Community Tax Helpline
No promises, Braden, but I will try to squeeze that in.
I got cats.
You got cats.
I don't remember the words. You know, there's a game that's basically cleaning up after a kaiju event, right?
Yeah, I saw that recently.
It's like right after what happened in Superman.
Woo! So, that wasn't me. It was not my fault.
It's not my fault.
I didn't do that. It scared me for a moment. Anytime there's dead air in radio, you're just like, oh, what did I not do? What did I not do? But I did it, so we're good.
If you live beneath the Mason-Dixon line and you feel the need of guidance, Southern Psychics is certified reader standing by just for you. Give us a call on 1-900-BLESS-YOUR-HEART. That's 1-900-BLS-UHRT.
Howdy, Southern Psychics. My Aunt Myrtle just passed away, and she left her fortune buried in Duke's mayonnaise jars down by the creek over in Pickens Holler.
Hey, boy, let's look for the cigarette butts by the hollowed stump where Myrtle hit her shine, and take a shovel.
Thank you, Southern Psychics. Come on, Betty Jew. We gonna see Bigfoot.
If you can't find your dog, your wife, or your job, or even the keys to your camper, then call Southern Psychics. That's 1-900-BLESS-YOUR-HEART. I repeat, 1-900-BLS-UHRT. We're not waiting on your call because we know it's coming.
The proceeding was parody courtesy of the Upstate Pulse. Not a real number, not a real product, not a real show. Yankee, go home!
Lightning can only strike twice so many times.
All right, W has spoken and lightning has struck twice. We don't know if it's struck in the same place or not. They could have. All right, police have broken up a Lego theft ring, recovering hundreds of beheaded figurines.
Why specifically beheaded?
That's what the title says. So
they weren't just heisters; they were creeps too.
The police said in a statement on Wednesday that Mr. Lopez, that would be Robert Lopez, 39, who was over this ring,
Bob Lopez,
had stolen more than $6,000 worth of the popular toys. Lopez was directing others to steal expensive Lego sets and purchasing the stolen property at a reduced price to turn around and resell the sets or individual minifigurines at inflated prices. So what he did is he had people go out and steal the stuff, and then he would take parts out of some place. It's Lego. Take some parts out of some Legos.
So he's a Lego scout.
Yeah. Except for, I don't know why he had to rip the heads off of things. Maybe like the people who stole for him, like, could only steal the heads. And I don't know where they hid the heads when they stole them.
It's a very aesthetic choice.
Yeah, I mean, so anyway, they did that, and they got broken up, which is good to know because Legos should not be stolen by anyone. All right, Giant Gary Christensen won the first race in the annual West Coast Giant Pumpkin Regatta in Tualatin, Oregon, dressed as Buddy from Elf. Brad Bonds, another participant in the regatta, described growing his own pumpkin as a fun process that culminates in paddling with friends. So what they do is they grow pumpkins big enough to like sit on and use a paddle and
like pumpkin wraps.
Yeah. Competitors in the regatta cut holes in their pumpkins, scooped out the insides, and removed seeds and pulp so they could get inside and float. Okay, so they get inside the pumpkins.
That's kind of awesome.
The Pacific giant vegetable growers who grow the pumpkins for the regatta competed in the first race with costumes ranging from Guy Fieri to Luigi from Nintendo. Gary Christian shared his recipe for growing massive pumpkins. Good seeds, good soil, good luck, hard work. That's just basically that's a mantra for life right there.
So did that turn into like pumpkin pants, or is it like a giant pumpkin that like multiple people?
I'm guessing these are people Matthew's size in giant pumpkins. That's what I'm doing. But listen, Matthew's skinny. I mean, we've seen that. I mean, that's he just is.
Well, we are far too burly to fit in the pumpkin.
Yes, it would. If I could fit in a pumpkin, that's a big pumpkin.
It's a very big pumpkin.
All right, a terrifying moment in Florida as a lady was sailing along and a bunch of monkeys decided to dive in the water. So the monkeys were not flying because monkeys cannot fly, but they were all jumping in the water.
Unless you're in Oz.
And so there is a video of the lady going, look at all these monkeys. I mean, there had to be like 30 monkeys.
Also, the monkeys were yelling too, which I think in monkey speak.
Here's the thing the video does not explain. What were the monkeys scared of?
Were they scared of anything, or were they all just like jumping in there having fun?
It looked like the monkeys were scared and they were diving to get away from something. And that lady's just laughing about it. I myself would have been thinking, okay, there's a monster up there or something that eats monkeys. And the monkeys are trying to get
It's
away.
like some sort of like raptor in the jungle there, and just or in the swamp.
Yeah, I don't know.
Big old super gator.
Lawrence Fishburne has picked his dream Marvel character, who he would like to play. He's already played one Marvel character.
Yeah, he's played Goliath. Who did he pick though?
Who do you think he wants to play?
Oh, good Lord. I can't think of it.
All right, he would like to play Professor Xavier.
Oh, okay.
Which, I could see happening.
Yeah.
All right. A new study suggests that a method of delivering oxygen rectally called enteral ventilation is progressing through human clinical trials. The technique involves administering superoxygenated liquid through the rectum to benefit individuals with lung issues. In a trial with 27 healthy men, participants received non-oxygenated perfluoride rectally over an hour, experiencing mild gastrointestinal symptoms but no serious side effects. Researchers found the method to be safe and well tolerated, paving the way for future studies to explore its potential in treating respiratory failure. It's called butt breathing.
And they said when I used those bellows to try and resuscitate that guy, that I was crazy.
It worked for Miracle Max, though, but that wasn't
It did.
That was.
Well, we didn't see it. Well, did we see everything that was on camera?
That is true. It was only mostly dead, so there was that.
Had to get it from multiple angles.
Yeah, so to speak. All right. That is it. That is the end of the show. That broken Cameron. Think of what it would have done to Odie. All right. We want to thank everyone for participating on the text line and on the stream. And after that last segment, who knows? We may be back next week.
Butt breathing.
I don't know, but butt breathing, it's an actual story.
It's been a Gluteus to the Maximus show.
It has.
That's the theme.
All right.
The monkeys are scared of the asteroid.
Yeah.
They're scared of
That's
Atlas.
a good point. Way to go, Mark. That's it.
Don't feed into this.
The monkeys were afraid of Atlas. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you next week, maybe. Tired.
Well, that's it. End communication.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.
News Talk 98.9
WORD. The voice. WIRD FM. WIRD HD West.
Bye. Always live on the free
An important trip. I'm Paul Stevens.